Greetings, everybody. This is Serpentine451, and welcome back to another episode of Weeb Warriors. And joining me, as always, is my good friend Jordan. How you doing tonight, Jordan?
I'm hanging in there, Tony. How are you doing?
I had a very fun day today, because I got to see the My Hero Academia movie.
Yeah, how was that?
It was actually pretty good. I'll be talking about it later on in the episode in place of the soapbox discussion this week. And
Okay, sounds like a plan.
I'll be having a special guest join us in that discussion. That being our friend Jay. So that's going to be a lot of
Wow.
fun. So let's actually get to our reviews here first and foremost. Covering the show that I only cover, that being Nekopara, and this is episode 8, The Melancholy of Shigure. Essentially, the four cat girls that live with Shigure, whom is the younger sister to the protagonist of the visual novels, and she's feeling nothing but melancholic during the heat wave that is the framing focus of the episode. The cat girls try their best to boost Shigure's spirits because they don't really like her being sad and down in the dumps. And the whole reason why Shigure was sad at the end of the episode was so damn stupid. Because she didn't have the cat girls snuggle with her while she was sleeping because of the hot weather. Typical Nekopara shenanigans with the cat girls trying to figure out something, misunderstandings happen. That's basically it. Now, on to the shows that are holdovers from the previous season, that being My Hero and Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. And we'll start with My Hero Academia. I think it's...
Right, so the latest episode of My Hero is episode 83, Go Tips Imperial, which is just a setup episode, actually. So Eri comes to UA to participate in the school festival, and Midoriya and I can't think of his name.
Togata. Mirio
show her around and introduce her to everyone, good and bad. And she just gets the opportunity to see everyone preparing for their various events and what have you.
Yeah, and we also got to have funny moments between the 1A students, like how Deku is fired from the dance team just to work on the effects team.
Yeah. They say they needed people, but did they really?
No, I don't think so.
Trying to imagine him moving with coordination.
Yeah, not really the case. That was basically the episode. I'd say it was a solid setup, and we got to see more of the interaction between Gentle and La Brava at the tail end of this episode.
That we did, and we also got to see that Gentle is actually fairly competent, all things considered.
Yeah, even though he can't work with modern technology all that well, he's actually a forward-thinking criminal mastermind in his own way.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see if his plan actually follows through in the next episode.
Yeah, I get the impression that this isn't going to be as underwhelming as it maybe initially seems at first glance.
Yeah, very true. Next up...
Here's hoping, right?
Yeah, here's hoping. But Gentle is a representation of the Silver Age of comics, so make of that what you will.
True.
So, welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. This is continuing off from the last episode where we find out that the idol is actually one of Iruma's classmates. And he decides, in order to, buy time for her, becomes an idol with Clara and Osmodeus to just get the crowd warmed up for just an opening act. And that shit was hilarious.
I'm sorry. Did you transition to demon school?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? You cut out for me on this side. Um, yeah, this episode was quite fun. Uh, I did not expect to see Iruma cross dressing, but hey, you live long enough, you see everything.
Pretty much, fam.
I was glad to see that. I was glad to see that. What was her name?
Her stage name
I don't
is
know how to pronounce her
Kurumu.
name.
Her stage name is Kurumu.
Marcel?
Chriselli?
Yeah, that her family actually does love her, and that they get too excited watching her, and that's why they had to stay home.
Yeah. They just cheer for her in the background. And
Yeah, and when they cut to them in the house with all their little fan flags and glow sticks, I was like, oh, that's disgusting.
I mean, they're trying to, like, show support for their idol family member. I mean, that's perfectly okay. And plus, Imari being there is just comedy gold. Because she's trying to piece together why this one girl she looks familiar. Nah. I must be going crazy. But still, very hilarious. And the episode actually ended with Irma gaining the trust of Kurumu, and actually the two of them becoming friends in their own special way.
Iruma's harem grows larger every day.
Yes. This man knows how to, like, pull women.
By not trying at all.
Yeah. That's just a pro tip to all you sad folks out there. Just do nothing. But no, don't take that advice seriously. It's just me being a moron. Of course, Jay. Thank you. Not trying is key.
Not trying is one of the keys to success.
Fake it until you make it. Thank you, Jay.
Right. So let's go ahead and move on to the new series.
Yeah, which I've already been covering for a long while by myself, but I would love to get your thoughts on Weeb Warriors here, Jordan. That being Inspector.
Right, so Inspector, we're coming in for the tail end of the Steel Lady Nanase arc, and I gotta say, the anime continues to deliver as one of the strongest of the this entire season. I find everything to be very fresh, compelling, and they move the story along sort of at their own pace, right? But I think that they're really giving the story the sort of breadth that it deserves to really, like, I guess, explore some of the nuanced elements of this particular scenario. Also, the introduction of Rika as another one of the Kudan mermaid hybrid humanoids, and that she's using her own suicides to manipulate events. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and
I cannot wait to see what sort of crazy fictions my girl weaves to dance around this fuckery.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
Also to see how Kuro deals in this fight against Steel Lady Nanase.
And it's just one of the things that I find so captivating about this anime in particular. Like you said, Jordan, the way that it's telling this particular story in just this very slow burn-esque style, where you get pieces just revealed to you as you're watching it, and you start to develop the broader picture as the series goes on and this arc continues. And I think that's what makes this show brilliant in that way. And we get the initial encounter with Steel Lady Nanase, and we slowly delve deep into what she is, and who was the one that created her, which so happened to be Rika, for her own machinations. We're not sure what those machinations are, but she does so for her own reasons. And I'm very curious to know what those reasons are. I'm just all set. I'm
Yeah,
all
I am
in.
too. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that immediately makes sense. It doesn't seem that their family comes from this area, so it can't be revenge.
No.
And she can't possibly think that she can use it to kill Kuro, or even if she did, why would she want to kill him? So my best guess is that this is a test of some bigger thing that she wants to actually accomplish.
I mean, with the concept of a monster of imagination that we were introduced to in this series, maybe, like you said, she's using it as a testing ground. And Kokoto mentioned something similar to that in this episode when she was delving deep into explaining how Rika pretty much put the website together and whatnot. But
Yeah.
let's actually.
So I'm definitely interested in seeing what episode 9 holds.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be something that we're not going to be able to guess, as is typical
Mm-hmm. But
with this series.
this series,
Personally,
I just love that I'm always on my toes, just thinking about the mystery that's in front of me while watching this show. And I want to solve it as much as the characters want to. And that's the fun, at least in my opinion. Finally,
yeah.
we get to our final show, which is Boofurry.
Have we dropped Plunderers, or was I watching that by myself?
I just decided, I it just doesn't hold my attention anymore.
Good. Well, then I can spoil it for you because they jumped the shark on episode 8, and I was going to ask to drop it after this. A goddamn helicopter appears out of the fucking abyss that swallows a lake, and
Wait, what?
I,
What?
yes, a modern helicopter appears out of the abyss.
Are you fucking serious? God damn it.
Yep. And apparently the Waste War was fought against these demons.
Oh, Lord baby Jesus. Someone would hit the cocaine. Yeah.
A helicopter. Yes, a helicopter with machine guns and missiles.
Oh, god damn
And
it.
I'm glad to not have to watch that show anymore. I'm glad to have dropped that and let it be done.
I dropped it at episode 5.
Bam. I wish you had told me that I wouldn't have had to fought through 3 more episodes. Thanks, Tony.
I'm
Moving
sorry.
right along.
Well, I
Both Fury continues to be amazing in every possible way, except for the fact that they've introduced 2 characters that I wish would die. I am not a big fan of the twins.
well, it's a good thing that in this episode they haven't played much of a role anyway.
Like, I don't, like, yeah, they're just, no. I mean, there's only so much that you can do with lolly characters, and the super strong lolly character is played to death.
Yeah, and
To death. And I think that they're leaning way too much into this trope. Having Maple be the all-in character was good enough.
Yeah.
Why are there 3 all of a sudden? I don't agree.
I don't know. But let's
Also,
actually.
I think their hammers are ugly. But we're not going to keep talking about them. Maple continues to be a goddamn trope of herself, first naming her gosh damn flying battle turtle Syrup. Now she names her guild Maple Tree. I hate it and I love it.
Well, those were previous episodes, but with this episode specifically, she gains more abilities with more fresh nonsense.
Yeah, I haven't watched the episode, but I just read the summary. I can see that she continues to be broken as all hell.
Oh,
The
I
final
will.
boss to beat the final boss. I'm telling you, man, the game developers are just gonna make Maple defeat Maple. The ultimate mission of the game is like beat Maple.
Destroy Maple. Like, wreck Maple's day. But I will summarize the episode for you, Jordan. Maple Tree participates in the third event, which is essentially gathering Monster Cow, Monster Cow drops, which is just this little metal-looking thing that has the Japanese kanji for cow on it. And they're all supposed to collect those. And Maple's having a tough time with this event. And she ends up getting lost in a mountain where she fights a demon-looking motherfucker, kills it, gains its powers. She actually ate the bitch.
Of course she ate him.
Yeah, she ate one from the inside, though.
It doesn't matter. She ate a Hydra in, like, episode 2.
True.
This is not that surprising.
Oh, she gained the power from this demon, where she turns into a giant fucking monster, and everyone in her guild's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Is it like a chibi monster? Or
oh, no. It looks fucking horrifying.
Ah.
Oh, it's a giant, it's a giant four-limbed reptoid, no-eyed looking monster.
Because that's what Maple really needed, a transformation. See, she's becoming a final boss. You know when they get down to
no.
They transform? It's there. It's time.
No. It gets better. The crew go to the third level, which is a more machine-based city, or one NPC delves into the lore of the city, of how the first generation was lost and it's just the second generation. And before I continue, I will say she finds a gear when she landed into the crevice where she fought the demon thing. She finds a gear. This gear is connected to the machine god that she fought, killed, and gained its power, where she gains a mech suit.
I'm sorry, a what?
She fought a machine god, well, a king of machines, I should say, and became a machine god. Where she has a fucking mech suit.
Okay, you know how I normally love it when Maple's broken? I feel like they're pushing it.
Oh, this thing has, like, cannons, fucking laser beams, a giant syringe-looking apparatus that looks like it can fucking hurt.
Yeah, they're pushing their limits here.
And the episode just ends with her saying, "What the hell?" essentially.
It's just like there's a certain degree of ridiculousness that's okay, and then you get to the god mechas, and then that's when I have to start drawing a line in the sand.
It's like, oh, and it's like overly busy of a mech design. Think of an exosuit from like Aliens or what have you. Like, no protection of the head whatsoever. Aside from, like, goggles. Just, that's it. And everything else is a big, bulky mess. It is some fresh nonsense. And it's hilarious. I can't wait to see her explain all of this shenaniganery in the next episode. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what these developers are going to do to nerf Maple. Because in the episode, they're like, oh, it's her again. God damn it. It's like,
but, like, actually, factually.
But I think that ends it for our reviews for our weekly shows. But I've mentioned this earlier. next up is going to be a review instead of our usual soapbox discussion of My Hero Academia, the movie Heroes Rising. And joining us will be our friend Jay. And he just needs to hop on.
Fear not, for I am here.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You get out. You really get out, and you never come back.
Was literally sitting here this entire time waiting for that cue so I could do that.
I know you were. That's why I'm telling you to leave and never return.
But good to be back, folks. This movie was pretty great. I have a fun story about it, but it wasn't really fun for me, but it's, still, at least y'all didn't have to experience it, so it might be a funny story for you.
Fall again and then an awkward white man try to cradle you?
Thankfully, no. That hasn't happened in a couple of years. But no, okay, so let me break it down for y'all. So me and a friend of ours, Corey, we went to see the My Hero Academia movie on a Wednesday. Like I think this past Wednesday. So we go in to our local AMC. We buy our food, do the usual stuff. We sit down. So we're waiting. Like 30 minutes go by past the listed start time of the movie, and we're like, what the hell's going on? This theater is packed with weebs, all in My Hero cosplay, all ready to go, and we're all like, okay, what the fuck is happening? And then this core staff member like shyly walks in and is like, you guys, sorry to tell you, but our projector isn't working. We can't play this show today, or the 8 o'clock one. Sorry. I'll get you refunds and stuff like that. So we had to sit in the theater for like an hour and a half just to wait for the line for the refunds to go down. But luckily we got our refunds and got to see it the next day for free. But still, like, there was a room full of angry weebs. I don't know why the staff was so afraid to like go in there and tell them. I'm like, do y'all think they actually have superpowers? I assure you.
It's called yelling and bitching in indefinite durations and with high intensity.
Oh man, that
they
is
get minimum wage. No one wants to be in the presence of unwashed, angry neckbeards. Doritos, crumbs, and Mountain Dew breath just breathing on them.
I mean,
talking about how they had to be away from their rigs, and they even emptied their piss bottles for this.
Damn, just like that. But yeah, so that was my experience. Overall, I really like the movie. It's a little weird because this movie, if you're an anime only going into watching this movie, a fuck ton of stuff gets spoiled for you, but not directly. They say a lot of things that you'll be confused about and you'll want to look up, but if you Google it, you'll spoil the hell out of some certain things. So, just be known, if you're not caught up on the manga, maybe skip this movie and just watch, like, the final fight scene, because, like, that's probably the biggest highlight. But, overall, it is a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it more than the first one. I thought the first one was just kind of serviceable. This one, each member of 1A actually got a chance to shine. It wasn't just Shoto, Deku, and Bakugo. Everybody actually got a cool moment, except for Hagakure. Nobody ever gives Hagakure, like, good moments. I mean, granted, she can't really do much being invisible, but, like, she didn't do anything at all except for say, oh no, the signal's out. We can't use our cell phones to call for help.
It's like, where shall I look, fam?
Like, that's literally all she did the entire movie. But, I'm not one of the Hagakure fanboys, so I'm not complaining.
To be honest with you, I'm not one of her biggest fans either, but... And... Nice, Jordan. But my movie experience, since I saw it today, and it was just me, a mom and her kid, and some other person. I can't really discern whether they were male or female. I just know that they existed, and that was it. And my experience was like, oh, goddamn. They're throwing a lot of manga related shit already.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you went in here just as an anime only, you would be like hella confused.
And
Like,
one of my favorite things are the villains here, especially Nine.
really good designs, like just aesthetically. Nine looks fucking awesome. He looks straight up. If you've ever played Metal Gear Rising, Raiden's solo game, he looks just like Raiden from Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, dope villain design, and I mean, admittedly, pretty like naff villain motivation.
I mean, he's a movie bad guy. Movie bad guys are not supposed to be like super complex, at least for anime movies.
True. I mean, it's essentially like the DBZ movies.
Yeah, but it's even more nebulous whether this one is canon or not. Like, I'm gonna say no just because if so, the ending is complete, or the final fight and power up is complete bullshit. We'll get there when we get there, but it's bullshit.
Oh.
I still liked it, but it was bullshit.
Yeah, it was its own special brand of nonsense. But, so, essentially, the premise of the movie is our Class 1A students are on an island called Nabu Island, where they are tasked with helping out this island community with everything that they need.
Because basically, it's a small island with like under 1,000 people. There hasn't been crime in 30 years, so the Hero Commission is like, hey, this is a perfect opportunity to train up the next generation. There's no way that a villain attack could happen here. Yeah. Okay. You forgot you were in a movie, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically what it is, and it's really fun because you get to see like the Class 1A people just help out, do smaller things, like make like they really realize that, like, you know, a lot of being a hero is actually doing a lot of the small stuff. Although Bakugo is not about any of that shit. He goes, "Oh, we're not fighting bad guys? Well, I'm not doing any of this shit. I'm not saving any cats from trees or finding somebody's purse. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Y'all can do that.
Yeah.
I'm Bakugo. Fuck you."
Y'all can pick up old ladies and take them to the hospital. I ain't doing that nonsense.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing is Mineta. Like, when Mineta saves those girls on the beach from the creepy dude, and
yeah,
and they thought it was Tail Guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, damn it.
Oh, it was funny, and it was nice to see our band of students actually working together to like solve all these problems. And the one thing I didn't like at first when I was watching this movie was the fucking pain in the ass sister.
I don't like little kid movie insert characters in general. I hate that trope of anime movies. It's like, oh, we're gonna have these like one-time little kid characters that are gonna either annoy you or just really hope that they die at some point. Like, the sister was up there for me, and like the brother, he was just kind of generic. He reminded me a lot of like Squirt Gun Kid from the muscular fight. You know that guy, kid.
That kid. But
very similar to him.
Yeah, and plus, I like the whole story behind this movie, is how it just wants to bring about people being a hero and what that truly means. And,
and
coincidentally,
it really helps to... Oh, go ahead.
This is the one thing that I find so fascinating, is this is the first time that Hawks is animated.
Yeah, which, again, like, if you're not caught up on the manga and you see the stuff that's in Hawks' subplot, massive spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Because that has not even shown up in the anime yet.
And this is Endeavor during the Hien Nomu fight, because there's the scar on his face from that fight. And I thought, oh, okay. So they're sending it right then and there. Alright, bet. And I will say this: the fight scenes with the villains,
Well, yeah,
especially with
those are
9,
really cool.
that was dope.
What I really appreciated about this movie is it helped to really solidify Bakugo's role as the Deuteragonist. Because a lot of people don't understand. People think that Bakugo is just your generic Vegeta. He's honestly more of a protagonist than Vegeta is. And, like, a lot of people give him hate because he's an asshole, and I get it. He's very unlikable in that sense. But also, when you really peel back and you understand his motivations, which you get a lot here, and you understand kind of why he and Deku are kind of two sides of the same coin, right? Like, it makes a lot of sense. And Bakugo really shines here. I'm not, like, the biggest Bakugo fan, but I appreciated that like, you know, they helped to, you know, flesh him out a little bit more in this.
Oh, definitely. And I really like that it was a story centered around mostly proving to one pain-in-the-ass child that even though hero work is terrifying and scary, they serve a purpose.
But yeah, the villain fights, as you were saying, were pretty awesome. That one guy, Chimera, he has a really cool design. I really liked him.
Yeah,
I liked his fight with the like that whole team of, I believe it was
like the first
tail guy.
Yeah, Ojiro and that's
Shoji.
Ojiro.
Shoji was also there. Yeah, Shoji. Yeah, Ojiro and Shoji, and then later on it was Ojiro, Shoji, and other people like. Oh, and Todoroki. It was Todoroki Ida and Todoroki Ida, Kirishima, and Tsuyu.
And in the final fight with him.
Yep.
It's like the fights
and Todoroki pulled some G shit at the end. Like that guy's definitely dead, right? Like there's no.
Oh, definitely. This man turned into a monster, and he's frozen on the inside.
Literally, an icicle jetted from his mouth, like, and he was frozen from the inside out. He's dead.
Yeah, man's dead.
Like,
and we also had Slice, the only female member of this squad.
She's literally Medusa. Like her design and just her power is just straight up Medusa.
Yeah,
from
but
Marvel Comics.
Yeah, but her hair just turns into blades, and not like actual tensile hair just choking you.
Mm-hmm.
But her fight with Fumikage.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. When they lured her into the cave, and he goes, "You're in my world now." I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." And then she ended up.
Ashido make an excellent team in that.
Oh yeah, and then she ended up making the mistake of hurting Ashido, and it was like, oh, you done fucked up now. You done fucked up now. Now he's gonna be angry.
He was pissed.
And he literally collapsed the entire cave on that bitch.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about the one villain that actually just made no impression whatsoever in that group. Fucking Mummy. Bandage dude.
Oh yeah, I almost, until you mentioned him, I completely forgot he was a thing.
Yeah, this man barely did anything. The one thing he did was try to get them to believe that he can easily control Bakugo, which...
I mean, he got owned by Bakugo, so, like...
Yeah.
I guess that was his only purpose was to let Bakugo flex, pretty much.
Yeah. And just cause trouble for a few of our favorite characters.
Mm-hmm. Which also, by the way, I'm gonna keep saying it until something changes. Momo, you have the power of creation, not create canon. Why are you always making canons?
Well, she's been making a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah,
during the scenes where
anytime she's in an actual battle, it's like she doesn't make anything besides the cannon.
She makes cannons and shields. I don't know why.
But that's all she does. It's like, I'm gonna make a cannon for offensive stuff and a shield for defensive stuff. I'm like, you can do more than that, right? Like, your power is pretty versatile.
And as long as you know the make of and like the whole inner workings of the thing, you can make it.
like I get that she's an airhead, but she's also a genius. So it's a weird contradiction. So maybe the airheadedness is why she only makes the cannons.
No,
But seriously though,
she's an
Momo,
Ojo-sama that she's a super genius in her own way, but she's an Ojo-sama that thinks, oh, big damage equals big cannons. Let's go with that.
yeah. Again, bit of an airhead, but you know what, Momo, she's still up there, one of my favorites in terms of quirks. So hopefully she'll get to do something cooler, or at least make a really cool cannon.
Oh, and we gotta give it to our man Sero.
Yo, Sarah was putting in work. Sarah, for a second, thought he was a main character, and I was like, okay, go Sarah. You out here actually doing your thing.
Yeah, you Spider-Man looking motherfucker.
I was like, look at him. He thinks he's a main character. That's awesome. He seriously rose up the ranks for me thanks to this movie, because like, he was cool. But like, he was actually putting in more work than a lot of the other side characters. So I was like, okay, you're moving up to like the mid tier now, Sarah. You are no longer with like the invisible girls and the belly button laser guy. No, you're getting up there.
Aoyama put in some work too, even though his quirk is pretty much stupid.
Yeah, he tried. He tried, but I thought I can't take him seriously. His name has never stopped twinkling.
Yeah, this man is dumb. But look, if we put it off for long enough, Jay, do we want to talk about the bullshit?
Alright, so yeah, let's talk about the bullshit. So, big ass spoiler alert for this. This is the final fight. Alright, well, let's talk about some bullshit. Deku and Bakugo are up against the wall, final fight against 9. He's throwing out all these hellish, like, hurricanes and thunderstorms, activating all his quirk, breaking limits, doing, usual final fight anime bad guy bullshit.
This man pretty much gains purple butterfly wings of, like, negative energy and, like, the strong will survive in my utopia. You two will die.
Standard Magneto, Mr. Sinister bullshit. Horikoshi read a lot of X-Men, so...
Like, we get it, fam.
But yeah, so Deku, he's crying as usual. He's beat up as usual.
He's in the jowls of a monster, as per usual.
Yeah. And they're about to get digested, and Deku's like, well, shit, I don't really have any options. I got a crazy idea. And I look over at Corey, and I'm like, yo, are they about to fuse? Like, is this about to be what's happening?
Oh, I thought to myself, the fuck kind of cracker you on, Midoriya?
And then he's like, okay, this is what I would do. I am going to transfer I'm going to transfer one for all to you, temporarily, so that we can both have it.
Oh no.
And then we're going to hit him hard.
That was the thing that got me fucked up. They were saying, like, this was, like, permanent.
We all know it wasn't permanent.
Oh, no!
Movie,
Definitely not. But this shit had me like, are you fucking serious?
Look, I am not going to deny that it was really fucking cool.
Oh, it was sick.
But also, how the fuck did Bakugo manage to go 100% full cowling when it took Deku like 6 months?
Right,
like, do 20%. Bitch, I know Bakugo's a genius, but, like, his body should not have been able to take that off rip.
Oh, fuck no.
He should have exploded.
He would have been nitroglycerin.
But, like, again, super cool. Really liked the scene itself. But, like, as a fan, I still gotta call bullshit, even if it's real cool bullshit. And then even All Might called bullshit at the end when it was like, when Deku was crying, he was like, I'm sorry, I gave away your power when you said I shouldn't, but everybody was gonna die and I didn't want to die. I'm sorry, All Might. Like, no, don't worry. And he passes out, and then he starts to glow with the, with the quirk, and it's just like, one for all gave us a miracle. or All for One gave us a miracle. Whatever it is, I always flip it. But you know what I mean? And I'm just like,
it's
a
one
miracle?
for all.
That's what you're going to say? Yeah, one for all. Really? A miracle? That's your explanation?
Fam. Or you go with this flimsy excuse that Bakugo was unconscious.
Yeah, Bakugo passed out before the transfer was complete.
Like,
since when was there a time limit?
Bitch. What are the concrete rules here?
And then when Bakugo wakes up, he conveniently forgets. If
Like,
I was
bitch.
Bakugo and I woke up, I would have been like, bitch, you gave me the power.
Bitch.
Give it back. Ah, you gave it to me.
Like,
I'm gonna take it.
I was like, God fucking damn it.
But no, like, that was...
But
that
overall...
was dumb, but at the same time, it was a really cool scene, so I can't be too mad.
And plus, I like how 9 got dusted by Shigaraki.
That was awesome. I loved seeing Shigaraki be like, alright, you did what you needed to do. Bye. Just completely dusted him.
Yep, just gone.
His outfit was super, super dope.
Yeah,
really dope.
Shigaraki's design in this movie was actually really cool. I really liked it.
And, you know, for manga people, this does take place during the My Villain Academia arc. So, like, that's why he wasn't really available during the movie, because, you know, he's kind of busy doing other stuff.
Oh, and then we have the, framework of Nine's backstory with, manga spoilers and Dr. Ujiko, that dumb shit.
Yep, we won't talk about that. We won't talk about any of the manga spoilers because Jordan's still here and he would probably be angry if I said anything. I mean, I know he's deafened and stuff, but still, I'm not gonna take that risk.
Yeah.
Because last time he was real mad when I mentioned the overhaul stuff on accident. So
yeah, but still, that shit is dope. But
yeah. Like, it was a really good movie. I enjoyed, like, seeing all the 1A students really shine. The final fight, even though there was a lot of bullshit involved, was really cool. And I liked seeing everybody get, like, their big moments. Like, you know, Ochako and Sero and all of them dropping a mountain on 9. That was pretty cool. Like, Tokoyami's fight, like we said, pretty freaking cool. And freaking Shoto, like, freezing, like, a Chimera man to death.
Yeah,
like,
and the villains in this movie were actual threats to our characters.
Besides the mummy guy.
Yeah, that man was a bitch. Like, the three, villains that, towards the end of the film, Slice, Chimera, and 9, they were actual factual threats.
Yep.
Like, Mummy was a weak bitch.
Yeah, which was something that the first movie really lacked. The final villain in the first movie, very lackluster.
I don't even...
In my opinion.
I don't remember that man.
Exactly. Like, that's the point. Like, I still remember vividly Slice, Chimera, and 9. I really don't give two shits about Mummy, but that's because Mummy was kind of just a throwaway. But yeah, no, like, very cool villains. You know, I'm not one of those nerds that is going to constantly debate canon, but I'm going to just say it's not because there's no way that bullshit is going to fly.
Yeah, the way I see the My Hero movies, I just view them on the same principle as the DBZ movies.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I see it too. It makes it easier. Because, I mean, anime movies in general, of course, because they're movies, they gotta pull some extra cool bullshit to put butts in seats. I mean, if you go back and watch any of the other anime movies we used to watch as kids, like, they're all super dumb.
Yeah.
So,
oh my
like,
god.
The fact that these are of good quality means, like, that, you know, we're in the step in the right direction. However, the Demon Slayer movie is all canon material bullshit when that comes around.
Yeah, I cannot wait to actually see that movie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my final thoughts. Really enjoyed the film. I think it was a huge step up from the first one. It's definitely worth a rewatch. Personally, I watched it. We watched it on the sub night because the My Hero dub really annoys me in certain places. So, like, I'm mainly a sub person for My Hero. Not to diss Funimation, because Funimation usually does a pretty good quality, you know, when it comes to dubbing. I just don't like some of the voices in particular. with the dub. So that's just my personal preference.
Yeah, I only had the dub available to me, so I just stuck with what I can get.
No, that's right. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, like especially Mineta and Deku's voices are the ones.
Yeah.
Mineta's a character, so like you don't really hear much from him, but you hear Deku all the time. I really don't like Deku's English voice.
I mean, it is kind of grating. But with that being said, and I really enjoy myself with this film, I feel like I actually want to buy it and add it to my collection of anime and whatnot. But with that being said, thanks guys for joining us for another episode of Weeb Warriors. Hopefully everyone can join us again next time. Well, probably not Jay for our weekly reviews, which you can actually check out on his own personal, like, social media related things if you are willing to do so, Jay.
Yep. So you can find me on Twitter at Mr. J's Reviews and on Vlair.tv, just Mr. J's Reviews, and you'll find me there. And actually, I have an upcoming series that I'm starting with Tony that's going to be starting up on my Vlair channel that is Fate related. So any of you guys who are anime fans that are into the Fate franchise, I definitely look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. And with that, this has been Tony, joined by Jay and Jordan, and we'll catch you guys again next time.